Yo, what is up, traders? So in this video, I'm going to do a very raw general breakdown of what it looks like to use an MT5 expert advisor, also known as a trading robot, to automatically trade prop firm challenges and to get that set up. And we're also going to look at an expert advisor that I've personally designed myself for prop firm challenges and to function very well in the prop firm settings around all our different rules and all that stuff. So let's go to full screen here. We'll get right into it. Now, it's a very simple 5-step process, okay? That's how easy it is. First, we're going to be purchasing a prop firm challenge. Then we're going to get the MT5 EA, which is the trading robot. We are going to install that trading robot on the account, which is the prop firm challenge. And then we're going to adjust the settings for the challenge so it functions properly and stays within all the parameters of that challenge. And then we're just going to let it run. It's that simple, okay? So the very first thing we can do is we can look for a prop firm challenge to choose. Now, let's look at Blueberry Funded because they offer MT5. You can use prop firms that don't offer MT5, but you need to add an extra step in the process, which is a copy trader that would copy trade your MT5 trades to your trade locker trades, for example. Now, we won't get into that just for the sake of simplicity. So for now, let's just focus on a prop firm that offers MT5. Okay, so I really like the one-step 100K challenges on Blueberry because they have static drawdown and they allow EA trading. Okay, so you just have to make sure the prop firm allows the use of expert advisors before you even try to run any type of algorithmic trading on your challenge account. Okay, and there's a few things we need to be aware of here. We need a profit target of 10%. We can't lose more than 6% on the account or it will breach. And we have a daily max loss limit of 4%. Okay, and there are 3 minimum trading days. And off the top of my head, I know that you need a trading day to count as 0.5% profit. And the very last thing to look at is super important. Let's click on this. Now, this is why you can't just take any random trading robot and throw it onto your challenge and hope for the best, because prop firms have so many different rules and prohibited trading styles, and almost every robot that you download is going to break one of these rules. So because I have so much experience with prop firms, I've designed my EA to really conform to every possible rule that a prop firm can throw at you. Okay, so that is the advantage of like going with an EA designed for prop firms rather than an EA that's just designed to trade and hopefully make profit. Okay, and the only other thing we need to be aware of is lot sizing rules for Blueberry. So if we click on this, they give us a chart and we can't go past these lot size, and this will be relevant in a few minutes here. Okay, so now that I decided I want to buy the 100K one-step challenge, we'll go to my dashboard. I already have it here. I've been running one. It's a little bit in drawdown. This one here is a 2-step. It's almost past the phase 1, but we'll go with this one. So all we need to do is once we buy it, I'll pull up the credentials here. Okay, and they'll pop up on the left here, and we'll pull up my MT5. Okay, and all I have to do is log into my Blueberry Funded account. So I'm going to open an account. Okay, I'll go to Blueberry Markets. Bang, and then I'm just going to log in with those credentials that Blueberry has given me. So I'll take the login account number right there, pop it there, and then I am going to go back and get the password right here. I'll have to remember to edit that out or you're all going to be trading my challenge like that. And then we just have to make sure we're on the right server. So let's double check the server, Blueberry Demo 2. Okay, so we'll go back and make sure we're on that one. Bang. Okay, so if I go finish like so, there we go. We can see the account has been popped up right here. So after that's all set up, we have it on the MT5 if we need it. And the very next step, if we go back to our little Word document, we're going to get the MT5 trading robot now that we've purchased the prop firm challenge. So I will say that my VIP group offers the EA that anyone can use. We do have a 7-day free trial. If you want to come in and try it for yourself after watching this video, you're totally welcome to. It's very simple. Once you get the hang of it, oh my gosh, you're going to wonder why you never did it sooner. Okay, rather than trying to manual trade everything. Right. So we're going to get the trading robot. We can get that from our website. It looks like this right here. Okay, so it's super simple. All you have to do is download the robot. Boom, download. Okay, it's going to download up here. And then once it's downloaded, I'm going to go to File, open data folder, and then I go to MLQ5, I go to experts, and then I just drop it in right there. So that file I just downloaded, I just drop it in right there, and then you can double click it or whatever to activate it, right? So it's right here. Now, let's just say we want to trade EUR USD on Blueberry markets, okay? So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna pull up EUR USD, okay? And I'm gonna pull that onto the chart. Okay, I have EUR USD on here. Now this is how easy it is, guys, to set up the robot. And also, if you need extra instruction, I'm not gonna give every detailed breakdown, but we have a full breakdown setup tutorial if you want to start today. It's super easy. We have all the resources you possibly need, and also a community chat where you can ask anyone questions if you need extra help as well. So there's so many resources for you if you're in the VIP community. So I have EUR USD pulled up, and all we need to do is we need to take the PFK alpha down here, right? And I'm going to drag that onto the chart as well. Bang. Okay. Now this is going to pop up. We just have to make algo trading is activated, okay? And then you can see this is where all the settings are going to be, okay? Now, this is where it's relevant that we have to remember the parameters of the challenge. So there's a breakdown of what all these different inputs do. We have preset files for settings. If we go back here, I can show you what that looks like. So we click on set files here. Okay, and then these are all the different set files, like we have them for EUR, USD, and gold. There's going to be more in the future. I'm just working on that. This is kind of new, but so we're looking at EUR, USD. So I'm looking at all these set files. So we have this one called Megan. Okay, bunch of different info here. 1 to 1.5 risk to reward, average trades per day 1.5. It runs from hour 5 to hour 22, and that's the important thing, guys, is that the EA closes the trade before market reset or weekends, and it also closes the trade around news. Okay, so you don't have to worry about all of that stuff, breaking rules with news or holding over weekends or anything like that. Trust me, everything we have considered. We have the backtest results here for each input setting. And all these inputs are just different settings for the robot. Because the reason why we want to have multiple settings is because we don't want a bunch of people trading the same strategy and getting flagged for copy trading. And we also have added a feature on the back end where it randomizes the entry time of the trades and also the lot size slightly, so we don't get duplicate entry times, which is the worst red flag for copy trading, and identical lot sizes. Okay, so if we take Megan, for example, let's go back here. We'll just take Megan. Okay, we need to download. I'll download that like so. Okay, so it's downloaded. And all I have to do is go here and I load those settings. Okay, so I take Megan, I load it. Now it's auto-populated. Do you see all the settings change there? It's auto-populated, okay? And that's going to be the entry model settings. We still have to go through the risk settings to set it how you want it to run in terms of risk, okay? So let's take a look down here. So if we go to risk settings here, we can see that risk per trade is set to 1%. Well, maybe I want to go 1.5%, okay? Now, the next one down is max lot size. Now, here's the thing, right? Remember, they had a max lot size rule in Blueberry? Well, there you go. So I can pull that up, and I can see, let's take a look here. 4x, 12 lots max on 100K. All right. So I am going to go back here. I'm going to set that to 12. Well, I'll set it to 11. No, you know what? 12 is fine because it's not going to go. No, I'll set it to 11 just to be safe in case for some reason it's somehow accidentally went 12.1. It's always nice to give yourself a little bit of forgiveness, but I think 12 would be okay, but just to be safe. All right. And then what we can do here as well, we can set this to true. And let's say you remember how on the challenge that I couldn't lose more than 4% a day. Well, I could set this to like 3,500. So if for some reason I lose, it's going to hard stop the trading robot. It's not going to trade anymore after it hits 3,500 of drawdown on the day. So you don't have to worry about hitting that daily maximum drawdown. Okay, so that's really cool. Now, the max profit I added because, I really believe that you don't want to get flagged from a prop firm from making all the profit in one day. So typically on 100K, I'd set this to 5,000. Now, obviously, if you're running a 10K account, you're going to want to set that to 350, right? Instead of 3,500 because it's a 10K account. So you have to customize entry your risk settings there, right? But the robot will automatically detect 1.5% risk on whatever account size you're running. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. Maximum trades per day. Okay, so this is a good thing to set too. Let's say you want to do 3 trades per day. That's fair at 1.5 risk, right? You wouldn't even be able to do all 3 if you lost the first 2. You'd be able to take 3 trades, but it would hit your daily loss cap if you lost all 3. Okay, but if you won all 3, well, there you go. You'd be hitting this $5,000 daily profit cap. You don't need this, but I just recommend having it just so you don't get flagged for like too risky trading. Prop firms don't care how much you lose; they only care how much you make. Okay, because they don't want traders that have the capability to make 10, 15 G's in one day. They don't want to take on that risk. Okay, and then this is the last one under risk setting is max open positions at a time. I always recommend just keeping that at 1. Okay, if you want to go higher risk, you don't need 2 positions open. You can increase the risk on your per trade. Okay, but in my experience with prop firms, it's way better just to keep 1 trade open at a time because they can't flag you for like martingale or like adding to a losing position or all that crap that they try to throw at you if you happen to pass. Okay, now we have some other really cool features in here. We have like if you want to add a break even, we use our stop loss using the ATR, right? Which is really nice because that scales it per asset, right? If you don't know what the ATR is, don't sweat it. But basically, it's just a way to give context to how volatile an asset is every hour. So we're going to use that pip range, the average movement over 1 hour. We're using that pip range for a stop loss rather than trying to calculate what is the best amount of pips for whatever asset you're running. Because as you know, for gold, 50 pips is nothing. That's 50 cents, right? But for EURUSD, 50 pips is a lot. So this gives a lot of really good context. You can run it on any asset and it will adapt to that asset quite nicely using the ATR. Okay. And we have these trading windows here. Now we hard stop everything around hour 22. That would be like 2 hours before the market resets. You really don't want to hold the trade over market reset. So many issues come with that because most brokers, the spreads open way up when you are holding over market reset. And if the spread opens up and your stop loss is anywhere close to that spread, you are going to get stopped out paying that huge spread cost. It's happened to me many times. So just trust me. Let the trade close and then just redo the trading day once it starts again. Now the start hour here, 1 equals market open. Various different input settings will start on different hours and all that stuff. So this specific setting for EURUSD starts on hour 5. Okay, we have a couple other filters here that kind of try to avoid ranging markets, overbought, oversold. You don't have to worry about it. That would be part of the setting. And the news filter here, obviously, you want to make sure that's set to true. And you can set a news buffer. Let's say your prop firm challenged doesn't allow news trading 5 minutes before or after high impact news. Okay, so this is automatically going to detect your high impact news, right? From Forex Factory. That's where it's pulling the data. So it will automatically close a trade 30 minutes before that news releases, or if you set it to 10, that's going to be 10 minutes before that news release, and it won't open until 10 minutes after the news release. Okay, so I like 30 safe. I've had issues with prop firms, even though I traded like 15 minutes after news, they still flagged it. They're like, yeah, we know we say there's a 10-minute window, but the price was still very volatile that day because of the news, so we're going to deduct your profit, right? They're so degenerate like that. So you don't want to give them any extra reason. A nice big buffer around news is always a good idea, okay? Don't worry, for back testing, this is just for back testing the account balance. So basically, now that I went through all the different settings, I like those risk settings that I set. I'm going to be risking I'm going to say 1.5% risk per trade. 11 lot sizes it's going to cap out at. If there's an issue where it caps out 11 lot sizes, it might be under 1.5% risk, but we know we're not going to break any rules. That's the important part. Okay. So after I have that, because this EA is licensed to our VIP members, all I have to do is I have to pop in this license key. So I'm just going to go back. I'm going to get my license key. Where did it go? Here it is. So I'm just going to copy that. So if you're a member, you'll have access to this page as well. It's that easy. You just pop the license key in there, bang, press OK. And boom, the trading table will pop up. Now it says algo trading is disabled, so I can enable it right there. And now you can see this is the weekend. Happy Saturday, by the way. But you can see it's outside trading hours. But the really nice thing about the trading table is you can see all the different kind of risk settings that you put on here. And you'll see your current daily equity, whether that's profit or loss. You can see how many wins and losses were on the day, how many trades today. You can see it's maxed out at 3. So you could see if you're on trade 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, all that fun stuff. And then you can see your server time. Okay. So yeah, that's how easy it is. So this is running. So as soon as the market opens, this thing is going to be running. It's going to be running the same backtest settings that we saw from Megan, right? Like this is the 1 year, 12-month cycle backtest, and this will be running. It's that easy. It's just going to run until the challenge either passes or fails, or unless I decide to stop it myself for some reason. Now you can see down here, I've been running it on XAUUSD. I had a really nice start on the account, but I had a few losses, so the account isn't currently in the profit, but it's close, right? And this is what I've used. This system I've used so many times, and I've had a lot of success, passed a lot of challenges using the PFK Alpha. Okay, so I like the PFK Alpha because the fundamental principles of the strategy itself, it's a day trading strategy. It conforms very well with any prop firm out there. So that's why I like it a lot. Okay, so let's just take a look here. We adjusted the settings. We just let it run. Simple as that. And that is how you can start adding automated trading to your prop firm game. And I'm telling you guys, like, it takes so much time and energy away. And not only that, is the psychology that is the ability for you to sabotage your own trading is completely removed out the window. And the reason why this is so good is because all of the risk parameters that prop firms require to pass challenges and stuff are already built into this EA. That's why I like it so much. Seriously, like, it is just a game changer for me. So yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to look at this thing where the settings went, but here it is. Oh yeah, double click Blueberry Markets. You can see it pull up here. I go back to the properties here. Yeah, so everything here, and then we're always in development. We're going to be adding things to this, and we also have for the VIP members an open range breakout EA coming as well, which is so hype. Everyone loves Orb, but we are able to make Orb better through extensive backtesting and millions of different data points. So our Orb strategy is also going to have a similar looking dashboard where you can try out a whole bunch of different Orb time windows and settings and risk parameters and all that exciting stuff. So guys, this is such a fun game to get into, EA trading. Like, I understand manual trading. I do a lot of my futures accounts, but for MT5, EA trading is just such a good way to trade prop firms. Imagine just passing a prop firm challenge automatically and then running it again on a funded account, and then you're just collecting a payout because of some EA that's been automatically running. Now, just one really important note as well, guys, is your MT5 has to be open 24/7 if you want the robot to trade on it. You can't shut down your computer. The way I get around that, I actually purchased a VPS. Okay, so look that up, VPS, right? And we also have information on VPS, right, in the Discord. Like I said, come in the Discord. Don't be afraid to ask questions. 7-day free trial. I'll leave the link in the bio. We have a video on the setup as well, even though this should also help. But if you want to run it 24/7, find a VPS in your own country, okay? And just make sure it's under your own name and all that stuff. Because if a prop firm's asking about your IP, you just want to make sure, hey, I use a VPS to run my EA. Here's my receipt for my VPS. Okay, it's not some third party that's passing the challenge for me. And yeah, it's totally fine, guys. Like running these EAs, because the reason for that is because you can adjust all these settings so it's your own unique strategy. No one's going to have the same trades as you. You don't have to worry about group trading, copy trading, any of that stuff, because like when you run this thing, it's going to be your own unique strategy. You go through this thing, you adjust it yourself, you pick one of the inputs, and you can make small adjustments, and then it's yours. No one's going to have the same trades. And then also with the randomization on the end, yeah, you're laughing. So yeah, hopefully that helps, guys. That's a quick rundown of what that looks like. If you have any questions, always come into my Discord. All the links are in the description of the video. And yeah, I really hope I see you find success with automated trading, because it is such a game changer. Okay, I will see you next time. Peace.